Your morning blitz begins now.
Get that chance. Go play for a national championship. We're going to swing as hard as we possibly can. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
On the Blitz.
There's some people here to see you.
They're not from McDonald's, are they?
I don't think so.
What can I do for you?
This is King Jaffe Jofer, ruler of Zamunda. He is searching for his son Akeem.
Your son?
Yes, my son, the prince.
Prince? Are you serious?
Prince Akeem is the sole heir to the throne of Zamunda.
I always knew there was something special about that boy.
Can you tell us where he might be?
Oh, yes, he's out with my lovely daughter, Lisa.
I'm staying at the Waldorf Astoria. When you see him, call me.
I'll tell him you're here.
No. Do not alert him to my presence.
Oh, thank you, your royalness. A prince!
Yeah, it's sad. Mr. McDowell has passed.
You know who I'm sad about is Ken Page. He was a Broadway actor, but he was the voice of Oogie Boogie in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
He died like yesterday or the day before. We are losing so many people.
The death train is like at full speed ahead.
Wow.
I wonder if James Earl Jones and Mr. McDowell, John Amos, are... You know, there's something familiar about the Big Mick. Tastes just like a Big Mac, except I noticed that your buns don't have any sesame seeds in them.
Golden Arches versus the Golden Arch.
Exactly.
The guy from American Pickers died.
So, I mean, it's been a...
Frank Fritz, I think, yeah. Yeah, I love that guy. I love that show, American Pickers. Were you guys ever into that? Oh my gosh, we used to watch it all the time.
Never seen it.
So good. This guy was only 60, too. But he had a stroke, I think, a couple years ago or something. A bunch of problems. But a ton of people are dying the past month. Holy moly.
If you have somebody you like, wrap them in bubble wrap, just to be safe. It's crazy. I mean, it happens in threes. Now it's happened in about 12s. Recently. I mean, it is, yeah. So, hopefully, this is the end of it.
No, it won't be.
Probably not.
People die every day.
Probably not. It is Wednesday, though. We're halfway through the work week. I got 3 hours of eating, and then I have to fast for 24 hours, so there's that.
So, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why is your landlord sending us gifts?
Not my landlord.
Well, what is it? What would you call him?
I don't know. He's a good dude.
I know.
The Josh got you something.
The Josh. He refers
Josh,
to
the guy you pay rent to?
Yeah.
Okay, but not the landlord?
He refers to him as the Josh.
There's a card attached.
What?
Yeah, it was nice.
What is it?
I don't know. I didn't look. Wasn't to me.
I'll just open it right now real quick. What is this? Does it say something dirty?
What did it say?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'll have to listen to it off the air and I'll let you know.
It does say something.
That's really nice.
There's a card.
Oh, okay. Maybe that explains it.
I didn't, yeah.
Rick and Kelly.
Dun, dun.
Am I supposed to be doing this on the air? It feels really boring.
I don't know.
Okay.
I wasn't planning it, but you go right ahead.
I just asked why.
Roll with
it. All right. Well, we'll just do it off the air, all right?
Okay.
This is a long note in there. But that's very nice. Gosh, thank your not landlord that you pay rent to for the gifts.
That was nice of him.
Yes. Did you get my cookies I brought you? I didn't hear a thank you for those.
I just saw these. Are those from you?
They are.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Big cookies,
Those are
man.
huge. I didn't know.
Massive.
I was watching my MacBook update, and then I'm like, oh, there's cookies here. I just literally saw them.
Those are chocolate chunks?
Well,
chips?
yes,
Chunks?
chocolate chips.
Got the urge to bake yesterday, did you?
I did. I had oats, I had peanut butter, I had sugar and butter and flour and chocolate chips, and I put all those ingredients in, and
that sounds magical.
They spat out a recipe for me, and I made them, and they're really good.
So it's a chocolate oatmeal or peanut butter oatmeal chocolate chip. Okay, so not a Toll House cookie.
No, it's not a Toll House cookie. It's a Kelly cookie.
Right.
That's the brand. Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it was really nice.
I just noticed there were cookies there.
By the way, the Josh did give me Shaun of the Dead DVD.
Oh my gosh, I flipping love that movie. That is the greatest movie. Oh, you're going to love it. Do you have a DVD player?
I do.
Okay, great. Hook that bad boy up and watch that as soon as possible.
I do.
Oh my gosh.
It'll play on my PlayStation.
Oh, the Winchester. I love that movie.
It was one I've been meaning to watch.
There you go. Now you can see it.
Perfect for Halloween.
So let me tell you how life is right now. I cannot, because I've got hacked, I have no debit card. And this morning I realized I am not charging $1.49 T, it might have been $1.69, to my actual credit card. I refused to do it. So I went without. But I'm irritated.
Why wouldn't you do it? Just pay it off at the end of the month.
No, I do not make that small of charges on my credit card. My actual credit card credit. Because
if you're not getting interest on it if you pay it off at the end of the month. Why wouldn't you just treat it like a debit card right now?
It's the principle.
Don't you have the money in the bank?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so you can pay for that $1.49 T. Why wouldn't you charge it on your credit card?
Because that's the dumb credit card charge.
It's not.
It is.
People do it every day.
Is it something you wanted? Is it something that would have made your morning?
But it's a minuscule purchase that doesn't belong on a credit
So
card.
what's the lowest amount you'll charge on that card? I'm very curious.
$25.
Why?
Because
a balance is a balance. Whether you add $25 or $1.69, your balance is
right.
Just what difference does it make?
I have always looked at credit cards as you use those for purchases that you don't really want to. Like if you let's say you have $300 in your account and you want to buy. You have an auto repair that's going to cost you $250. Okay, you don't want to be strapped for cash, so you use the credit card to cover the $250, and then you pay it off over time instead of being out the money. That's what I always use credit card for. If I need a beverage from a gas station, that is not a credit card worthy purchase.
Sometimes there are circumstances where you make an exception.
I mean, we're not talking that you're not going to pay for the tea for 6 months and then it's going to eventually, with interest, cost you $20.
Yeah, or pay it off.
Pay for it at the end of the month.
30 cents a month.
Gerald said the same thing. I don't even use my debit card to spend under $2 to $3. I'm with you. Thank you, Gerald.
Okay, that is silly. It's like cash. I don't understand that at all. That absolutely makes zero sense. But, I mean, you live according to your own credo. If that's what it is, then go for it. And I hope,
no regrets.
No regrets.
And especially while you don't have a debit card. Are you willing to get cash out of an ATM, or is that against your
I don't have a card to do it with.
Can you go to the bank and get cash? Because obviously you won't use your card.
I don't remember how.
We're not spending
Fill out a withdrawal slip.
I couldn't tell you the last time I filled out a withdrawal slip.
They will help you at the bank.
Okay, I don't know why this is annoying me so much.
I can tell you're both
Are you annoyed?
Yes.
We're so annoyed at him. Why is that?
You're going through something right now. You need to make an exception from time to time. Buy what you need with your credit card. Just pay it all off as soon as you get things fixed, and you're good. You're not paying interest. And
you're a responsible adult. I think you can handle it. I think you can handle paying a bill at the end of the month.
Maybe he can't.
Morning Blitz trivia. What do we got?
All right, $25 to water beds and stuff and beds and stuff superstores.
Still might need that if nobody wins.
If you're the first one to text in the correct answer at 99700. Top grossing YouTube stars. Man, some of these people are making a ton of money, but who is number one? Who is the current top grossing YouTube star? Tell us at 99700. Be first, get the gift card.
Cedar on the Morning Blitz. It is 6:22. Vic, Kelly, Lewis. Good morning. Looks like some clouds this morning and then sunny, a little less humid, and a high of 72. So not a bad day at all for October.
Sunshine is back.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Your Morning Blitz trivia.
All right, the question was, who is the highest earning YouTube star currently? These numbers are from last year through now, and that would be Mr. Beast, which I think a lot of people probably knew that. I mean, we got quite a few texts from people who knew that. 317 million subscribers. That's almost the population of the United States.
Wow. That's a lot.
And when you take out, like, little kids who probably don't, that's like everybody. You know, I mean, I'm sure he's got some, outside of the country.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, 317. Last year he made $82 million.
Wow.
But he spends a lot. Like, he invests in himself and what he does and giving away money all the time. And, you know, so I don't know how much. I'd like to know what his net profit is.
I don't know. I have always been anti the YouTube star because I just, you know.
What?
I don't. The YouTube thing has always bothered me. It's kind of like reality TV. You're not real. You're not real stars. You're not real. You know what I mean? I'm sure there are some that would disagree, and that's fine.
Okay, well, I don't know number 2, which is Vlad and Nikki. I guess they make kids content. They have 125 million subscribers. They made 54 million last year. I've got the top 7 here. I'd have to go beyond that. You know, like Mr. Beast number 1, Vlad and Nikki number 2. I'm shocked that this person is not up at the top because everybody I know who has a little kid talks about her, and it's Miss Rachel. You know who Miss Rachel is?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. My little grandbaby, man, she has learned so much. I mean, Miss Rachel's really awesome for teaching kids. Mm-hmm. They are hooked on watching, and all they do is learn from her.
No idea who Miss Rachel is.
Well, if you had a little kid in the house, I guarantee you'd know. She used to be a teacher, and now she does all these lessons, these video lessons with animation and singing and everything.
Millions and millions and millions
massive.
of followers, yeah.
In at third, and they may be the original YouTube stars. Dude Perfect. They are still jamming. You know who that is, right?
Yes.
Okay. Always, you know, they start out just doing the basketball shots and stuff like that. Now they just do everything. They made 50 million in past year. They got 60 million subscribers. So there's your top 3. Others in the top 10, Jake and Logan Paul are both in the top 10. And so I would agree with you. They're not real stars, you know.
I mean, I do think YouTube, I can understand where a lot of parents would use YouTube. My mom does it for my nephew. It's their way of, you know, it's the new PBS, essentially. She would put on whatever channel Sesame Street or Nickelodeon was on. Now you just let them watch YouTube videos all day. Because you can kid-friendly out your YouTube, so you only get whatever kind of content you want.
Speaking of Jake Paul, there is a Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson Netflix docu-series that will stream ahead of the fight. That will come out on November 7th. Fight still scheduled for November 15th. So I guess we're still going to get that. It better happen. I don't want to hear any more excuses.
It's the plan. Jason said, when we were talking about the death train, we missed someone. Can we get Chris Christopherson a shout out? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, we did yesterday. Yeah, for sure.
For sure, Jason. He was overlooked only by accident. So, anyway.
All right, well, Jeff Holland from Hilliard was the first person to text in the correct answer of Mr. B, so Jeff's got the $25 to waterbeds and stuff.
It's the Morning Blitz.
And now it's time for I've Got Something.
Let's see if these dummies have anything worthwhile for us.
Dick Kelly, Lewis, 636. What do you got, Dick Rick?
Imagine Back to the Future with Marty McFly being played by Eric Stoltz.
Yeah.
That was going to happen.
That was. He was originally supposed to be Marty McFly, but he got fired soon after filming began. Problem is, Eric Stoltz and Leah Thompson were the best of friends. So she was very, very upset when he got fired. They had worked together on the 1984 movie The Wildlife. The two of them were in that together. So then they brought in Michael J. Fox. And Leah Thompson was very snooty to him, her word. She said she was very snooty to him. She was not happy about it. She did not want to work with him. And it really wasn't his fault. It was just because, you know, she was such good friends with Eric Stoltz.
Why did he get fired?
They did a behind-the-scenes featurette on this on one of the a while ago. Apparently, they just didn't get the right vibe when they were filming. Nothing against Eric Stoltz. It's just he wasn't right for the role, is what they all determined. I believe it was Spielberg who was the director of Back to the Future? Not Spielberg. Reitman.
Oh, Ivan
Reitman. Who directed? Why can't I remember who directed Back to the Future? That's going to drive me crazy.
We have Google.
I know. I'm Googling right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, the other thing was Michael J. Fox was a TV actor, not a movie actor. And I guess in the 80s, the movie actors and the TV actors were like, we're better than you. No, we're better than you kind of thing.
Yeah.
Robert Zemeckis.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, this is the funniest part to me. Leah said there was a big division between movie stars and TV stars at that point, and I remember being like, he's just a TV star, and I'm a movie star. I was in Jaws 3D.
You know, I just yesterday saw an interview in which the interviewer asked Leah Thompson, how far into the stratosphere did Back to the Future launch your career? And she's like, well, I was already a very successful film. Like, she's got to burr up her butt about this movie, I think. She's like, I already did Jaws 3D. She said, I did All the Right Moves, Red Dawn. I was already very successful. Like, I thought, all right, lady, sit down for a second.
And I don't know how that is. I mean, very successful. I will say that that's when I first saw her was All the Right Moves and the other one you just said.
Yeah, Red Dawn.
Red Dawn. And I was one of the, 14-year-old big crush on
Yeah,
Leah
so the
Thompson.
thing is she said yes, that Back to the Future did launch her career into the stratosphere. I'm like, you could have just said that.
Yeah.
You didn't have to, she got really defensive about the fact that she was already successful.
Well, listen.
That was so odd.
I don't know if Leah can hear me. You can mention All the Right Moves. You can mention Red Dawn. Don't mention Jaws 3D. It was horrendous.
It was 3D.
Is that right? Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you've never seen it? No. Oh, it's
yeah, but if you
terrible.
are, I mean, the only thing she had done before then, according to her IMDb, was a Burger King commercial. So, I mean, if you get Jaws 3D, that's a pretty enormous jump in your career.
Excuse me. Hi. She worked for the home of the Whopper. That's pretty good.
Well, after they started working together, she warmed up to him. She said he was so funny and so fun to act with. Talking about Michael J. Fox. So, that's what I got.
Kelly, what do you got?
The latest celebrity to go viral is kind of unexpected, and it's been over the past maybe the past week, I've been seeing all these Frankie Valli videos. Yes, Frankie Valli is on tour right now with Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. And I tell you, you see meme after meme after meme with concert video footage of Frankie Valli, and people are like, this is the amount of effort I want to put into my job. Because Frankie Valli is 90 years old. He is absolutely not singing these songs anymore himself. But he comes on stage. He can hardly hold the microphone up to his mouth. It's like 2 feet away. And his lips barely move to the lyrics. And people are like, oh, man, is somebody forcing him to do this for money? And people start questioning, like, what is going on here? Like, do we need to intervene for Frankie Valli? They're trotting this poor 90-year-old out and he can barely move. Like, he kind of shuffles onto the stage and like kind of moving his lips. But I encourage you to look at some of these videos as well. But anyway, he has come out and said he was interviewed by People magazine. And he said, I know there's a lot of stuff on the internet about me lately, so I want to clear the air. I'm blessed to be 90 years old, to still be doing what I love to do. And as long as I'm able and audiences want to come see me, I'm going to be out there performing as always. He said, nobody's forcing him to do so. And when they asked about, like, well, what kind of, like, are you saying? He's like, we use, like, layered vocals. I'm like, layered vocals? Yeah, okay. If that's the way you want to describe it, that's fine. But God love him. I mean, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons had a ton of hits. And I'm glad people are still going out and supporting him. But it's wild. It's wild to see.
You're just too good to be true. It's better than bingo night.
Oh, may somebody shuffle me out onto a stage one day and I can make a good payday for mouthing the lyrics to some old hits.
Yeah, don't worry. 30 years from now, you and Charlie, we're going to shuffle you right out to do Elton John.
Please. Oh, Honky Cat, you got it, baby. I'll just pretend to play.
All right. Well, I know this is not possible, but somebody needs to find a way to bring William Wallace back to life and maybe get the Highlander out of retirement, because Scotland's got some real problems.
Uh-oh. What's going on in Scotland?
The minimum price at alcohol, which can be sold in Scotland, has risen by 30% in an attempt to keep up with inflation. The minimum unit price has not changed since it was set at 50p per unit of alcohol when it was first introduced in May of 2018. That has now increased 65p per unit. meaning a typical 12.5% bottle of wine cannot be sold for less than, I don't know, whatever E6.09 is, and a can of lager will be at least...
I need to know numbers here. Like, what am I paying for a bottle of wine?
Is that not pounds?
I don't know what that...
Okay, tell me the number and I'll convert it.
You convert it. It's E1609.
I
probably should have researched this a little more.
1609. Euro, maybe?
Oh,
yeah,
euro.
Euro.
Yeah,
6.09 euro.
Yeah,
So-
pounds is that weird.
This is 1609. There's no...
E6.09, sorry.
Yeah, that changes
Oh,
that, doesn't
6.09
Yes.
euro. Okay, I'll figure it out here, folks. Euro $2 is... Oh, $6.74. Who cares?
Oh.
That's nothing.
Maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was.
Maybe we're not converting it right. We as in me. You know how I am at math.
I guess. So yeah, but everything's went up like 30 to 70%. So whiskey is up 40%, vodka is up 37.5%, lager, like everything has gone up based on the price of what it is.
So don't go drinking in Scotland, I guess.
Yeah.
So they have the same problem with their prices as we do.
Yes. So 30% alcohol cost now rises for the entire country of Scotland, which means even if you're depressed, it's going to cost you more to drink while you're depressed, which would probably fuel your depression even more.
You're going to have to spend even more money.
Exactly. Where's William Wallace when you need him? They can take our booze, but they can't take our freedom. I want the first dude to go into the liquor store with a stripe of blue paint down his face. Carrying a big broadsword. I see my Scottish brothers paying too much. You know.
Cut these damn prices.
Exactly. Whoever this Longshanks is that decided that this was the way has got to have some things to answer for, that's for sure. Anyway, there's other problems in the world beyond Scotland, including Waffle House, where the last thing you want to do is make a video. It's Avenged Sevenfold on the Morning Blitz. Stick, Kelly Lewis 650, and a lot of people are talking about the Scottish thing. Their average wage is less than half of what our average wage is. So a $6 beer is going to hurt a little more over there. You can probably find it at the Waffle House in Scotland. You can shell out some coin if you try hard enough at Waffle House.
Well, I mean, if you get 27 different things in your hash browns.
That's what I'm saying.
You know.
Scattered, covered, chunks, smothered, whatever else they do to them.
Well, a girl by the name of Yadira Ramirez filmed a clip of her and her coworkers lip-syncing and cleaning dishes at work at a Waffle House, and the video went viral. And then she was fired. And I'm like, this was like the greatest free promotion for your restaurant ever.
Yeah, I've seen similar things where people, like, I think it was Chick-fil-A told one of their employees, she was a server or whatever, she was doing videos about, like, taste testing all of the Chick-fil-A offerings and giving them wildly amazing reviews. These videos would go viral, and Chick-fil-A told her to stop doing it, that it was against their policy about filming videos for, online purposes while you're at work. Like, you're not allowed to do that. I think it's wildly short-sighted because it's so good for a company to go viral like this via their employees. When it's nothing harmful, you're not talking about anything that's going wrong in the company. You're having fun at work. I mean, wouldn't that make you think, well, that must be a fun place to work?
Yes, exactly.
And also, I haven't gone to Waffle House in a while. I need to go try them again. It's wildly short-sighted to do this to somebody.
I can honestly say I don't think Waffle House has changed in like 20 years. I think their menu is exactly what their menu is. Has the Waffle House changed?
I don't know, but I don't want it to. I like it the way it is.
That's what I mean.
I want that all-American breakfast. I want fresh blueberries in my waffle.
But I don't think they've added anything new.
They don't need anything.
Yeah, how like everybody else? I'll try the new this. Waffle House. Yeah.
It's not necessary.
Same stuff you've been getting since we got here.
Don't mess with perfection. So I watched the video. The video's cute. I mean, the song is it's some song by Lado called Brokey.
Brokey, yeah. I talk a lot of
And they're just, it's like the cook, they're washing dishes. It's like half a dozen workers in there, and they're all lip syncing their parts. It's like going back and forth to the guy cooking and the guy washing and them at the register. And I'm like,
what's the guy doing is he lip syncing while he's throwing out the drunk at 2 a.m.?
He's like, brokey, and throws him out the window.
Is Kid Rock lip syncing this while he's punching somebody at a Waffle House?
But she said, well, I'm glad I put 6 years into a company that would fire me in literally a day of posting one video that harms nobody, that everybody was actually literally rooting for and happy about. Latto, the artist.
Lotto?
Is it Lotto?
It's Lotto.
Not Latto. Well, it's Latto. I don't know. Lotto took notice. Sent her a check for $10,000 after she got fired.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm going to go lip sync a lot of
right?
You get fired from here, let's lip sync at work.
Exactly.
Mark, do it to Metallica because they can pay you well.
Mark brings up a good point. Well, he did, but I'm no longer connected to the internet, but I can't read it. But he said something along the lines of, if you allow the good videos, then you have a harder time getting rid of the bad ones.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know. I just feel like you need to use some common sense in there,
Yeah. Mike from 7-Up wishes Waffle House would bring in French toast. I can't argue that point. It's a solid argument.
French toast. Yeah. They don't do pancakes, right?
I don't know.
They do waffles.
Right. It's just waffles.
Yeah, why Pancake House? That's already been taken.
Yeah, why are we going to bring in French toast?
Carrie also said corporate needs to maintain some level of content control over their brand or it could get ugly. So I kind of, when you say it like that, I kind of see what you're doing.
It's a case-by-case basis.
Right.
Every employee knows they can't crap on their employer online. You should know that. That should be a policy. You're not allowed to do that. But if you're making good videos that go viral and help out the company, why are you not allowing that? I don't get it.
That's what I'm going to do if I'm Waffle House. You make a good video and it's popular and it goes viral and it's positive about us, it can stay up. If your video sucks, it's out of there. That's it.
And now, I'm listening. 3 things you need to know before you go.
I don't know if you guys caught any of the VP debate last night, but it was extraordinarily civil. It was well done.
That's exactly what I told Rick. I watched about 25 minutes, 30 minutes maybe, and it's the one thing I came across with is they really let each other talk and they respected each other.
They covered all their policy issues, etc. Everything that was asked was answered very civilly. Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz shook hands twice last night before the vice presidential debate, the only one that'll happen. They very cordially debated foreign policy, climate change, border security, the economy, housing, abortion, gun violence, each staunchly defending their presidential candidate and refraining from personal attacks. There were several moments when the two men agreed on issues and they told each other so. They said, I agree with you. I agree with you. Walz is described as having a little bit of a shaky start, which you could see. He sort of stumbled a little bit when he sort of confused Iran and Israel, whatever. It was just a quick, shaky start. But he really hit his stride and did well. According to the New York Times, J.D. Vance gave, quote, one of the best debating performances by a Republican nominee for president or vice president in recent memory.
Wow.
That's the New York Times. And they also, the person who wrote that article said that J.D. Vance made a better case for Trump's own record than Trump himself has been able to do. So it was an interesting, worth watching. If you can go back and watch a piece of it, it is worth a watch.
I told Rick this morning, I'm like, the one thing that annoyed me is every one of their responses. Waltz was either, in Minnesota, we do this. And for Vance, it was, well, I grew up with a struggling single mother who did this and did that. I grew up with a struggling single. In Minnesota, we did this. In Minnesota, stop.
Well, they're not national politicians. I mean, I guess
know,
but
governor,
I mean, J.D. Vance is. But yeah, I mean, they're referring to their own experience. I don't know that there's anything wrong with that, is there?
But when you start your speech, I mean, Vance especially, and Tim Walz, both of them did the same thing. I'm the governor of Minnesota. You laid that out in the beginning. And J.D. Vance did the same thing. I don't know if you know who I am. Let me introduce myself. Here's my background, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you gave us your background. You don't need to give me your background every time you answer a question.
Well,
and Tim Walz, you don't need to give me your resume every time you answer a question.
They must be learning it from Kamala Harris because every response to a question she makes was in a middle-class family.
Middle-class family. I agree, 100% agree. You said it once. It's on the record. We can move past it now.
Jason said the VP debate was 10 times better than the presidential debate. Ron said, yeah, like gentlemen. Nice. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it was all right. All right. In response to the killing of senior Hamas, Hezbollah, and Revolutionary Guard leaders, Iran launched its largest ever attack on Israel, firing a barrage of nearly 200 ballistic missiles into the country, aimed at Israeli security and military targets. The video was wild.
Insane.
However, most of those missiles were intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome and an array of air defenses, including 2 U.S. naval destroyers based in the eastern Mediterranean, which helped shoot down many of those incoming missiles, although they do say 7 people were killed. Israel has vowed to retaliate. I did want to talk for my third story here about the Iron Dome. It's described as one of the most sophisticated air defense systems on the planet. It is specifically designed to fend off short-range rocket and missile attacks from neighboring militant groups, particularly Hamas and Hezbollah. The system uses radars to detect incoming threats, such as rockets, missiles, mortars, and drones. And they know specifically whether those rockets, missiles, mortars, or drones are headed toward populated areas.
It's amazing.
If they are, then this Iron Dome will fire its own interceptor missiles to take them out. If they're not headed toward a populated area, they just let them fall.
It's incredible technology.
There are 10 of these Iron Dome batteries strategically placed across the country of Israel, providing city-sized coverage against rockets, and there's a naval version of the Iron Dome to protect ships and sea-based assets like aircraft carriers, and that was deployed back in 2017.
You said Israel said they will retaliate, and Iran said, well, if they retaliate, we're going to hit them even harder. And I'm like, you're going to waste more missiles? I mean, the money that was wasted in the air yesterday was insane.
Yeah, it was so unsettling to watch in a way, thinking of the citizens there and people who are just like, well, we really hope this Iron Dome works, and it did. But for 7 people who lost their lives, it's another story. Yeah. All right, those are your 3 things.
We are going to tell you how you could see Tom Segura. That is after Black Veil Brides. But first, before we do that, let me give you we'll give you the Florida or not headline really quickly. Kelly, woman was caught driving drunk on an airport runway. Florida?
Are you serious? Really?
Florida or not Florida? I mean, that's got to be an epic DUI, right?
Can you give us one little clue? Is there one little clue in there?
Happened in the South. Black Veil Brides on the Morning Blitz at 7:10. Thick Rick, Kelly Quinn, I'm Lewis, and if you want to see Tom Segura, then here's what you need to do. You're going to want to listen for Dream On by Aerosmith. Be caller 16 when you hear it at 800-821-9970. It will play sometime between now and 8 a.m. this morning. Dream On by Aerosmith is your song that could get you into Tom Segura. Florida or not, woman caught driving drunk on an airport runway. It happened in the South, but is it South enough to be Florida?
It feels like New Orleans.
Ooh, that's a
good question. Okay.
It's an airport runway.
Yeah. When someone gets hammered on an airport runway, the pilot might turn around and go back to the gate. The problem with that is this woman was driving a silver Nissan and not flying or being a passenger on an airplane. Police arrested a woman accused of driving drunk. Last weekend, air traffic control called the police and said the Nissan was blocking a runway where the plane was trying to land.
Oh, my gosh.
The pilot who was taxiing his plane saw the Nissan, so he got out and confronted the driver. He saw the car was full of beer cans, so he reached in the car and took her keys. The driver, Bonnie Campbell, was arrested for felony aggravated DUI and was taken to the hospital for treatment.
Does Mississippi have an airport?
Every state has an airport.
Okay, I'm going to say Mississippi.
Officers said they found 18 empty beer cans inside the Nissan along with a cardboard box of Coors Light, the silver bullet, baby.
Oh.
An empty sixer and a garbage bag full of other beer cans. She blew a .34 on the state's breathalyzer test, which is more than 4 times the legal limit if you're playing along at home. Bonnie Campbell is her name. I'll give you one more chance. Anybody guessing Florida, someplace else?
I say, I guess New Orleans.
With the Coors, I'm going to switch to Georgia.
Georgia? Why is the silver bullet big in Georgia?
Louisiana, baby.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh.
Mike said Alabama. Tulsa, Oklahoma. She was at the Tulsa Riverside Airport.
I don't think about Oklahoma when you say the South.
I don't either. That feels very closer to Midwest,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I guess it's debatable because it is just north of Texas. So
I just always think about just the South border states when you say the South. But Georgia is not a border state, so it's the South.
yeah.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hammered drunk on an airport runway. Nirvana on the Morning Blitz. The Kelly Lewis on a Wednesday, where we'll get some clouds this morning, then sunny, less humid, and 72 for the day.
But you can feel that humidity breaking down yesterday.
Sure could.
Got nice
Sure
crisp.
could.
We're at 51 degrees right now. You believe that?
Just tell me about Waffle House.
Oh my gosh.
While I'm starving.
So who knows about this secret? I still haven't tried it. I got to get over there and get some. Did you guys know that there is a Waffle House sauce?
No.
Like their own brand of sauce.
Okay.
I got to believe somebody in Blitz Nation knows about it.
What are we talking here? A savory sauce? A sweet sauce?
All right. Well,
what are we talking?
I found out because there are people making videos about it on TikTok.
Okay.
Who are just discovering it. Here's one guy.
You mean to tell me that I have been going to Waffle House since I was a child, and that's a long time ago. And today is the very first day I've ever heard of the term Waffle House sauce? Waffle House sauce? Waffle House sauce. It is what? A smoky, tangy, and slightly spicy condiment that's similar to Chipotle mayonnaise? And you have to ask your server for it. That's what happened. The person next to me was ringing out and said, "Could I get some Waffle House sauce?" I'm like, Waffle House sauce? Who knew?
Wow. I didn't know.
Somebody listening knows. Somebody has tried this.
I only ever order the waffle, though, there, so I wouldn't have any need for a savory sauce.
Well, people will get the sauce. Like he said, the person was checking out asking for it because they're going to go home and put it on sandwiches and all kinds of stuff.
It sounds delish.
Yeah, here's another girl.
Okay, so last night my husband and I went to Waffle House for dinner, and as the guy was handing our food, he was like, "Do y'all want some Waffle House sauce with y'all's meal?" And we were like, "Waffle House sauce? Y'all have your own sauce?" And he was like, "Yeah, give it a try." Y'all, don't walk, run to Waffle House for this sauce. It's a beautiful Chipotle type mayo sauce. It was so good.
Lewis?
Hey.
Nothing?
Not
You've
for
never
me.
heard of it?
Not for me.
Have you ever heard of it?
It's not for me. I've never heard of Waffle House sauce, but I would not partake.
Now, have you ever heard of hackthemenu.com? If you want those secret items that people just don't appear on a menu, they keep an updated list of different. Now, Waffle House is not on here. I guess maybe the sauce is the only secret menu item, but they have like Arby's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, DQ, Five Guys, KFC, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Starbucks, Subway, Sonic, etc., Panera, and they have all the secret menu items that you can get at these particular establishments. Like, let me just read a couple. Chipotle has a burrito dia you can order, a double wrap burrito. Of course, we all know about the extra fillings, which you get side eye for. You can ask for fresh cilantro, I guess. Weird. That don't appear. It doesn't appear on the menu. Quesadilla. I don't know, guys. Hackthemenu.com.
All right.
Can really open up. We remember we talked about the medicine ball at Starbucks. It's not on any menu, but it's a tea and it's supposed to be really healthy, and it's called a medicine ball, and you can order that. It's
I've done that when I thought I had when I had COVID. Now I know it was COVID. At the time, I didn't know it was COVID because no one did.
The medicine ball didn't fix it.
No, I was sucking down Tussin by the bottle, and I was a 3 medicine ball a day habit.
Yeah.
See, you've caused yourself to become immune to Tussin because you do it every day.
Don't knock my Tussin. You saw me what it was like when I was not on the Tussin.
I know. Malmoraz said, yes, the sauce is amazing. Says, great on the chicken sandwich. Even mixed it in my hash browns. Sam said if you order a patty melt, it should come with it.
Okay. Just to tag on to this topic, I would love to get tips for poor Lewis, who has to go 24 hours without eating anything, not even any special Waffle House sauce.
Oh, but I just placed my order with the original Pancake House.
So you can eat until 9:30 a.m., right?
Yes.
And then no food for 24 hours.
Correct.
Hot tips for getting through 24 hours of no eating, because that to me would drive me insane. Like, I would already be in a bad mood if I was facing that.
Oh my gosh.
Are you in a bad mood, or are you feeling nervous?
You just ate a cookie.
I'm saying
I ate a
in
piece of a
anticipation of 24 hours of no eating, I would already be in a bad mood.
We'll see how he is tomorrow morning.
Oh, gosh. I just feel bad for you. I want to get you some tips on getting through this with it, as unscathed as humanly possible.
I ordered an omelet with some spinach and some feta and some pancakes.
Good. Oh, we're going to really load up.
Method said, I just found out about the Waffle House sauce a couple weeks ago. It's amazing. My server asked if I wanted it, and then felt insulted that no one had ever offered it before. So now y'all know. Try out the Waffle House. I want to go to Waffle House today just to get something and try this sauce.
Oh, you have to let us know if you do.
It's going to happen soon. I can promise you that.
This morning Blitz, 7:38. Thick. Kelvin Lewis, Dream On by Aerosmith was the song you were listening for this morning. And congratulations.
Rory Fremont. Or, I'm sorry,
Roy from Fremont?
No, Rory Dreer was the last name. Yes, Kelly. Sorry about that, Rory. Rory Dreer won the Tom Segura tickets.
If that's your stage name, Rory Fremont.
Right.
It does kind of have a stage name sound to it.
Sound like you could be on Broadway with that name.
Like a famous actor.
Yes.
All right, yesterday we were talking about the gang of Nazi protesters that were rolling through Grove City this past weekend in their Spider-Man hoodies and their masks, and we talked about how they were so prideful in what they were doing that they didn't have the pride enough to show their faces.
They were protesting a
small pride parade that was going on or whatever. So they grabbed their bullhorn, their combat boots, masked up, and headed to Grove City to, let the streets know they were there. Saw a lot of this on the news last night. There was a lot of people talking about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so a lot of the TV stations finally picked up on it and were talking about the issue. A lot of people disappointed, a lot of people, still trying to figure out why, because it was just essentially hate speech.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people say that this is the same group that was in Springfield.
I think we're all agreed that if you're going to go out there and protest, put your face behind it. Don't be the other word for kitty cats.
Coward.
Don't be cowards. That's better than the P word that I was going to say, but stop myself. Put your face behind it. If you're that brave to come out and protest, and you feel that strongly about something, let's see your face.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to get fired.
They don't want to get fired. Well, all right. If I guess if your position on something is so wild that you're going to get fired over it, you may want to sit home that weekend and think about it.
These guys are called the Blood Tribe.
They're part of the Aryan Brotherhood?
Something along those lines, or they claim to be anyway. The Blood Tribe, by the label on their shirts, attempted to disrupt the celebration with intolerance and threats. Members of the group wore face coverings to hide their identities, spewing threatening chants derived from the Third Reich, saying all kinds of stuff. And then eventually, but there was an open letter that was issued to the group that was published yesterday in the Buckeye Flame. And it said, a lot of it was, I locked eyes with their leader, forcing him to look back at me to see who he is attacking, to see that I will not be erased. His words directly attacking me, mocking me, recording me, and yet I remain. I will not allow their hate to win. I will not allow them to direct their pain on anyone else. So they are just humans, the same as we are. While misguided and lost, they deserve to know that I do not hate them. I feel sorry for them, wanting nothing more than to help them overcome their hate. So that was the response from the group that was being protested against. And needless to say, the Blood Tribe's swears and anger did not drive them out. So
Kelsey Mess says, Kelly, you are her spirit animal.
I am.
How about that?
Oh, well.
So we had this.
I love it.
Kelly said yesterday, we were talking about, somehow we got on the subject of there were various gangs in prisons.
Well, we were talking about these white supremacists.
Yeah,
and then
Aryan.
You had said.
Yeah, it seems like every prison's got an Aryan gang in it.
And as the member of the group that has been, in fact, incarcerated, I can tell you that there is a gang element in jails.
Well, then Kelly said, she said, what gang would you join in prison? off the air. This was off the air. She said, what gang would you join in prison?
So we decided to have a little fun with this, with Blitz Nation. So
I want to be in a gang. If I'm in prison, like, I want to be in a gang, but I just said, like, mine more like I want to be like a crochet gang.
Yeah,
like, we're going to get a bunch of women together and we're going to be, like, creating. We're going to be crocheting our heart out. In fact, we will invite anybody who wants to, like, play with yarn, the latch hook people, the knitting people. Like, you're all invited. It's going to be a crochet gang. We're going to call ourselves the Hookers. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on your gang.
No, you can be in the men's prison. We're calling you the brochayers.
But I'm going to give you what the kids call mad props on your name.
Yeah, because...
Oh, but we're the brochayers? I don't want anything to do with the brochayers.
Yeah. Crochet hooks, hookers, get it? Ha-ha, it's funny, and it's kind of prison-y, isn't it? It's a little hardcore.
Yeah, it is. So we asked a question to you on the radio as well as on our socials. Blitz Nation, nothing violent, nothing criminal, but you're starting a gang. What kind of gang are you starting? That's what we want to know. And if you've got a cool gang name, that'd be great too.
I have a cool gang name,
You
so
do.
thank you.
Would your cool gang name also be your breakdance name?
I doubt that very seriously.
Okay.
Maybe the group name.
The Rude Boys?
The Rude Boys was the group name.
We walk around and go to restaurants and chew with our mouth open.
Mike said that the Aryan Brotherhood was formed in the penitentiary, and a little inside secret, they care more for their money than they do the race.
All right, so away from the Aryan Brotherhood and onto more fun gangs that we could form in prison. Things that aren't violent, things that aren't criminal, things that are just like, let's get together and hang out and do something cool like binge watch Netflix. That would be a good gang, right?
The Netflix
the binge watchers.
The binge watchers? The Netflix and chillers?
Yes, the Netflix and chillers.
There's going to be a lot of people getting beat up in these gangs.
Nobody's getting beat up because they're not violent.
My gang would be the Hub.
The Hub?
Said no criminal enterprises.
The Hub's not criminal?
Oh.
It's not criminal.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to get money in your commissary to be able to afford stuff.
We just share. I saw a great video last night. Really? Okay.
Oh, that's free, though.
Yeah. The Hub is free. That's the beauty of the Hub.
All right, weirdo. You can have that one.
I got a text. I'm going to name my gang the Dad Bod Homies.
There you go.
Ooh, I love it.
So we want to know, Blitz Nation, what's your gang?
Carrie said, what up, my knitter?
Tell us your story. Tell us your gang history. What kind of gang are you starting? Godsmack on the Morning Blitz. 748. Thick, Kelly, Lewis. Starting gangs. Asking you to start a gang and tell us what your gang name would be. Prison gang.
Doug Rogers says the Honky Cats, but that's just based on Elton John. It's not anything about skin color.
Oh.
I like it. Like it.
Mary Peters is going to have the ROTR party crew.
Evelyn on our socials, my gang would be for crafting, but it's way too early for me to craft a crafty name.
Okay, you get back with us on that. Kathy says the Heavy Nappers. We are getting older. I love that, Kathy. I'm in, please.
I love Rick Rife. Ghost Gang. We randomly slip into people's unlocked houses while they're at work and move all their stuff around, record their reaction when they get home, and repeat as needed.
Oh my God.
Jeremy says his gang will be called the Second Helping Boys, where we just get extra trays at lunch.
Oh, that's great.
I love it.
That's great.
Shane says he apologizes for the talk to text, but his gang would be about marijuana education. We'd be called the Dr. Droz, and our motto would be best buds stick together.
Oh, okay, that's cute.
Droz. That was Shane?
Yeah.
Oh, he said Dr. Dills on the text.
Oh.
Huh. But best buds stick together.
I
was
love
trying
that.
to figure that
That's
out.
really
I love
cute.
It. Yeah, it's great. Oh, Tara has the jumping spider lovers. We all go look for spiders.
She's got that TikTok account with her little jumping spiders.
That's right. She showed us the.
Yeah, that was really cute.
Someone said the penitentiary Pendragons. They play Dungeons and Dragons.
I love it.
Pendragons.
Yes.
Bronies. Oh, we got the My Little Pony guys in there. By the way, Amanda Smith said, please tell Kelly, as someone who was formerly incarcerated in a women's prison in Ohio, there is, in fact, a gang of older ladies who crochet, sew, knit, and make quilts.
You must have to be at a certain level where they give you a needle,
but are these
knitting needles, real needles to sew,
hooks?
crochet hooks?
Is this knitting gang called the Hookers, though?
Right.
That's the question.
Eric Sturman says he wants his group to be called the Draftees, a fantasy sports gang.
Oh, I was trying to think of a name.
The Draftees, that's a good one, yeah.
Because that's what I want. I want to be in a fantasy football gang or just a football gang.
Rocket, I don't think I want to Netflix and chill in prison. No, probably not.
Well, what'd you say, Kelly? It was from Orange is the New Black?
Yeah.
Dr. Dennis said
Gay for the stay?
Gay for the stay.
Oh, yeah, right.
Dr. Dennis said 50 Shades of Gay.
Okay.
Jeff Reed said the Freedom Fighters. This gang would specialize in justice for all the innocent people that are locked up. Yeah, because there are a bunch of those.
There are. I'm trying to think.
I like the second helping, boys, though. That was great.
That's a really good one.
John said the Bone Rollers, a Dungeons and Dragons game. A lot of Dungeons and Dragons gangs.
Okay, Shane said Dr. Droz is what it was supposed to be on the text.
Dr. Droz, okay.
Dr. Droz.
We did the ho-hos, right? Was that off the air? Jeff said the ho-hos, the gang would specialize in the trading of commissary.
That's a great one.
I like Chris, too. Chris said, I would get a group of guys that have high energy about themselves, like athletes or athletic types, and we would call ourselves the Duracells.
Uh-oh. Becky has said it. She's going to have the Hawk Tua gang.
For the record, Becky said that. I did not.
Becky.
Joe, thank you for specifying that the hub would just be sending videos to each other. I immediately pictured a dark room with a bunch of naked dudes surrounded by one computer screen. That's not the kind of gang I'm looking for.
No, we all know it is. It's okay, though.
Wow.
Why does anybody want to join the hub?
Anthony Bennett said the Zambonis, just because I like saying Zamboni.
We're going to call you the Zamboners, okay?
Uh-oh.
Does that sound good? Jordan says, for God's sake, play some damn dirty honey. Jordan, we're going to call you the disgruntlers.
Now,
the disgruntled.
JC said mine would be outside of prison. B-boys. We watch bad movies and post movie reviews.
Oh, I like that. That sounds fun.
B-boys are breakdancers,
That's
though.
like a Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Man, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Mystery Science Theater. My gang will be a scooter gang called Fast Chicks.
I got to give Dylan credit. A gang where we help elderly people cross the busy streets.
Oh, I love it.
Well, that's a nice gesture.
Doug says you haven't felt pain until you've been shivved by a crochet needle.
Lauren says she wants to start a geometry gang called Hell's Angles.
You win.
And now, all right, I'm listening. 3 things you need to know before you go.
Early in-person voting in Ohio is opening in less than a week. State residents will be able to start submitting ballots at early voting centers next Tuesday, October 8th. The deadline to register to vote in this year's presidential election is the day before, on Monday, October 7th. Secretary of State Frank LaRose shared an update yesterday saying bipartisan election officials across the state are ready for voters to head to the polls. Rescue teams still searching for survivors in North Carolina towns devastated by flooding from Hurricane Helene. FEMA rescue teams from around the country are helping the North Carolina National Guard locate stranded people in the flooded mountain towns in the western part of the state. State officials say over 500 people have been rescued so far. I know you guys have seen the video, the footage of just the flooding and people on their roofs with the water just basically almost up to their feet on their own rooftops. It's shocking just seeing this brown, disgusting flood water completely washing out roads. These people are absolutely devastated. Devastated. No visit from President Biden yet. That's supposed to come today. It's on the schedule. We do know Donald Trump has been there and even set up a GoFundMe that's got about $3.25 million raised so far. Did it as an opportunity for his rich buddies rich people to be able to donate. And indeed they have. Real estate investor Steve Witkoff donated $500,000. Senator Kelly Loeffler, $500,000. Bass Pro Shops donated $100,000. Dana White donated $100,000. We've got just a bunch of different. Kid Rock, $20,000. You can go on the Donald Trump GoFundMe to support Hurricane Helene victims and look at their top donors. It's quite impressive that people are really coming forward with money to help these people. And as I said, President Biden is expected to be in North Carolina today. Sean Diddy Combs facing 120 additional sexual assault lawsuits that will be filed in New York, Los Angeles, and Miami over the coming weeks. During a press conference in Houston, a group of lawyers revealed the massive amount of suits that are pending filing. The firm stated that the victims are equally male and female, that they range from the ages of 9 to age 38 at the time of the incidents. 25 of the victims were minors at the time of the alleged acts. A few of them have spoken with the FBI. Many of them spoke with police directly after the alleged assaults. So this isn't just like, oh, well, now's my time to come. People always criticize victims for coming forward, years later or whatever, without understanding what it's like to be a crime victim. A lot of these people did file police reports directly after. The assaults spanned 30 years, dating back to the early 1990s up until this very year. The majority of victims state they were drugged, and that horse tranquilizer was found in several drug tests.
A lawyer said that companies who profited from turning a blind eye to Diddy's actions will be named. These include banks, pharmaceutical companies, hotels, and record labels.
Yeah. Oof. Will be named in the suits, I guess.
It's going to be some list.
Yeah, it's going to read like the Epstein list.
It says a lot of famous people are caught up in this. Man.
Yeah, it's really gross. It's disturbing. I can't even read some of it. That's how bad it is. Just what the power this guy held over people, and the coercion and the absolute criminal behavior out of this guy to men and women alike. So,
and one woman said she was pregnant when she was drugged and raped.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh. Well, anyway, those are your three things.
Morning Blitz, Breaking Ben, 808.
That's an awfully large container of food you just brought in. Was that your DoorDash delivery?
It's just an omelet. Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. My omelet, my side.
What's your side?
Pancakes.
Okay, now, here's the deal, guys. Lewis, at 9:30 a.m., has to stop eating for 24 hours because he has to get extensive blood work done tomorrow. So, he is jamming food in his gullet.
I haven't taken a bite yet.
I'm encouraging him to jam as much food down his gullet as possible because this is stressing me out. Your inability to eat for 24 hours is giving me anxiety.
You're more stressed than I am.
I know. Why am I? I'm so worried for you.
I have no idea. I can have tea and I can have fluids.
Okay, that's good.
Good thing he's not going to actually be here in the morning.
Yeah,
he'll be on with us, but he'll be on from home. Yeah,
you're far more stressed about this than I am.
I can't.
You've been fired up about this since I told you this morning.
Damn, listen,
dude, smells good.
When I have to go 12 hours, without eating before blood work, that drives me insane.
For the record, before I get named the a-hole, did I or did I not offer both of you?
Yeah, and I still don't want any, but that doesn't change the fact that it smells good.
Okay, I'm just saying, before anybody says, he got himself food, but didn't get offer the rest.
He absolutely offered.
Thank you.
Well,
okay.
Did you think people were going to think, what a
it's
jerk?
Me. I'm the villain of the story. It happens. Thunder Kiss 65 by White Zombie is what you want to listen for this hour when you hear it. Caller 16-800-821-9970 gets you into the Frankenstein experience. Little White Zombie between now and 9 o'clock.
Can we please go to break so I can eat my food?
No, I want to hear your unpopular opinion.
Oh, well,
I'll make myself the villain now. Because we were talking about mini golf. Remember?
Yeah.
We were just talking about mini golf the other day. And I started thinking about it. We're like, like mini golf? Yeah, sure. And I started thinking, I was like, when is the last time I played mini golf? Well, it was when my kid was little.
Oh, it's been that long,
huh?
Really?
Yeah. My son Tyler was
Tyler's like 50 right now.
Yeah,
so it's
so
been
long
a while.
ago. They invented mini golf the last time he played it.
No, but he was he was a kid, and so I took him, and we had been to Magic Mountain before and stuff when the kids were little, and I thought, yeah, why haven't I gone? When's the last time you went, Lewis?
Last time I mini golfed, I took the kids.
When's the last time you mini golfed without a kid?
I don't know, because we both took the kids, so I couldn't
I
tell
would
you.
say the last time Charlie and I went, we did take one of my sister's kids. She was probably 16, so it wasn't like she was little.
Yeah, but still.
I will say it's probably been 8 to 10 years since I've gone. 8 to 10 years.
As without a kid with you, or that was the time?
That was the
Yeah.
time.
See? Yeah.
Maybe it's something you do with kids, because it's something they can do.
Well, I came to the conclusion that mini golf sucks.
What?
Yeah.
You know
it
what?
Sucks.
You may be able to convince me of that because you're out in the elements. When we went, the last time we went with my niece Ellie, it was probably 95 degrees out. It was absolutely miserable. I did not have fun. I could not wait for the mini golf round to be over.
I mean, it's like, look, you got a blue ball. I got a yellow ball. Oh, look, a windmill and a clown head. Yeah, this is great. No, I come to the conclusion that mini golf sucks.
I think we need to take it seriously. We need to go mini golf. We need to get a bunch of Blitz Nation together. We all need to dress in professional golf gear.
Oh, what are you going to wear, knickers?
Yes. Get a caddy.
I don't want to be seen anywhere in
so
knickers.
A caddy.
Now you're making it worse.
Your point, Lewis, is well taken because I will tell you that this last time we mini golfed with my niece, we did have a great time with the group ahead of us. We sort of we ended up, they were going a little slower than we were, so we had to wait, and we did sort of join up with them, and we're cheering for each other for the hole-in-ones.
Yeah.
There was like a little kid who made a great shot, and that was really fun. If you can do it with like a larger group of people.
Absolutely.
I think that does make it a little more fun.
Why are you teeing off behind the hole? Because I'm using the pro tee. I'm gonna Tiger Woods this bitch down the fairway.
It's a huge adventure when life is new and you're 8 years old and everything. But for an adult, yeah, F that. I don't need to play
I don't know. I do think I see what you're saying, Thick. I get it. I wouldn't go by myself or just, I don't know, maybe Charlie and I would do it together. But I would say it is fun to go with kids because they get such joy out of like being able to get the ball in the hole.
Yeah,
it's a blast.
Right. When you're a kid, it's great.
So why isn't that fun for you to see your kid have a good time?
It is. I'm talking about going as an adult without
you don't need to go as an adult.
Right. Why do you not go as just an adult?
Okay.
Because it sucks.
But it doesn't suck. It's a blast with a kid.
You haven't been in as just an adult.
That's right. Because I have no desire to go unless I'm taking a kid for the
Okay, I'm
kid's
going to need you to
enjoyment.
calm down for a second.
you are
Take a
really-
deep breath.
You're at about a 10.
You're
We
coming
need you
at
back
me
at a
with
6.
what I've already said to you.
Okay, so just say maybe it is meant for you to take your kids. Maybe that is the purpose of mini golf.
But you can't say it's not fun as an adult if you've never went as an adult.
I did once in Myrtle Beach, but
Okay,
I was
that was
still
that,
pretty
30
young.
years ago?
Yeah, I was still I was just
So you
barely
can't-
an adult.
You can't make that's like me going, man, I hate those hash browns. Having never tried those hash browns, I can't make that logical statement.
But I have played mini golf, and I have no desire to go unless I'm taking a kid for the kid to have fun. So obviously, it sucks.
You need to create a situation in which you go and try it.
You can't tell me that I can't think mini golf sucks, Lewis. I'm sorry.
Hey, Curtis says they love to get drunk and go down to their campground's mini golf course around 11 p.m. It's an absolute blast. John Griffin says Glow Putt in Gahanna is so much fun. Indoor under the black lights. So fun. Liz says she's in. She wants to do.
Drunk glow in the dark. Yeah, I'll try that.
No, it's either drunk campgrounds mini golf or not drunk indoor black light golf.
I'm going to go back to what you said to me. So you're saying that you can't say you don't like something unless you've tried it, right?
I did.
Just try dating men.
No, I have. That's what I'm telling you.
You have?
No, I've tried mini golf without a kid, and I never did it again because it sucked. Yeah, you're reaching now, man. You're trying and you're failing miserably. What are you guys thinking, Blitz Nation? We need to know.
Green Day on the Morning Blitz. It is 8:25. Thick, Kelly, and Lewis. Thick, some kind of barbarian that hates
mini golf.
Won't even try it as an adult.
Well, I'm definitely part of the minority.
Do you think?
Hearing a lot of drinking and mini golf and glow putt mini golf.
That's what I'm saying. You got to have fun with it. That's the whole purpose.
Yeah, maybe Thick's got a point that on its own, it's not fun. You either need to bring a kid with you or get drunk. Is that it? There has to be either alcohol or children involved.
Have you frisbee golfed?
Yeah.
Okay, and you like that?
It's okay.
Just okay.
I have 2 sets of disc golf, of golf discs, mini golf, or what, disc golf discs, I should say. And I've probably been 3 times.
Okay.
So you bought the gear before you really knew if you liked it.
Yeah. Now,
No, I went with my son. He had a couple sets. So then I went and bought a couple sets.
But to some people who haven't been, some might constitute bass fishing as a boring activity.
You haven't been.
But you haven't been mini golfing as an adult.
I have too. How many times
without
do I have to say it?
taking a kid.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I told you that in Myrtle Beach. So why do you keep saying that?
But that was 30 years ago.
So what?
Okay, you're getting far too worked up about
Well,
miniature
you're
golf.
telling me I haven't done something. I've told you 3 times that I have.
Let me rephrase. You haven't done anything recently. You haven't done it recently.
And that's my point. Why? Why haven't I? I have no desire to go do this because it sucks.
Okay.
It's fine if you like. I'm not telling you to hate it. I think it sucks.
Mini golf or mosh pit, which is worse to try?
For me?
No, this is a question on the text ball.
I'd rather be in a mosh pit.
Okay.
Zach says Thick's taking this very personally.
Well, when somebody keeps telling me something I haven't done that I've said 3 times I've done, yeah.
Yeah, you're allowed to hate mini golf. That's fine. That's your stance, and you're sticking with it. And in fact, Joe Swavely agrees with you. He says mini golf sucks. I have to let my 4-year-old think he wins and not go too hard on my 9-year-old. And then if I try too hard, my wife gets upset because I show no mercy.
Well, no, you need to tell those kids the value of losing. You don't let them win. Pound them into oblivion on the mini golf course.
Now that I agree with you on.
Justin says, dear God, Thick and Lewis are like watching The View.
Yeah, if the kid comes close, but, oh, you were so close. Nah, you sucked, son. That's 2 feet. That putt was 2 feet short.
Peggy loves the mini golf on Put-in Bay. Love the mini golf course. I always stop there.
Put that Xbox controller down and get your happy ass out here and practice your mini golf putting every day until you get better.
A lot of people want to do a Blitz mini golf.
I think it would
trip.
be awesome. I think it would be so much fun.
I mean, I'm kind of on the fence here. I'm sort of leaning toward Thick and thinking it's not fun without having a kid who might really get excited and sort of pump things up for me. But then again, if we have a bunch of fun adults and we're having a good time and you guys will all clap for me if I make a good shot, I might want to go.
Yeah.
Do I get applause?
Yeah, of course. Golf claps.
Not golf claps. I
Yes.
need hooting and hollering. I need a Happy Gilmore style situation.
That's fine too, but only in mini golf can you putt the ball like it's a pool ball. I mean, you can have a lot. You have to make it fun.
Yeah, you do have to make it fun. You're right. It's just like the basic thing itself is just not a blast,
Right.
but you can make it a blast.
As long as you're not destructive to the course or property or obnoxious to other people, you can have a good time.
Shouldn't we get a cut in price if we're the ones having to bring the extra to make the
Yeah.
activity fun?
Yeah. Of course.
I like a half price situation there. If I'm having to bring the fun, you should be providing the fun, but since you're not.
Monica said Minor 49er has indoor mini golf that's glow in the dark, and it has a full bar, and it comes highly recommended.
Very fun.
JC said bass fishing's a great way to kill a case of beer. Changed my mind.
Somebody just texted in and asked, did you lose the last time you played mini golf?
I don't even remember. I couldn't tell you.
See?
But
You get a tiny pencil out of the deal. That's always fun.
You do. Keep score.
Your rock station, 99.7.
You gotta be the trustworthy one of the group to keep score, though.
I understand I'm part of the minority. I get it. It's okay. I'm not shaming anybody for playing it. I don't want to.
Sure feels that way. Sure feels like we asked you to try something way more than
you are shaming me for not wanting to play.
All right, Whoopi and Joy, are we done with this?
That depends on who's who in that conversation.
He's Whoopi.
The hell I am. I'm Joy Bearhart.
You're both.
On the way, we got some Blitz Therapy because apparently somebody else besides Rick and me need it. That was never part of the deal. It's 8:38 on the Morning Blitz, Thick, Kelly, and Lewis. I said a bunch of grown adults with alcohol and the right attire going mini golfing would be fun. At no point in time did anyone say Lewis was going to babysit while everybody else dropped their kids off.
Yeah.
Oh, hell to the no.
Leland Darst texted and says, how about Blitz Nation just drops all their kids off at the mini golf with Lewis and let's see what happens? I would.
You know what will happen?
I would pay to watch that.
I'm great with kids.
Are you? You think you are?
Hey, both of you. One just text me right now.
That's not a kid. We're talking about setting you out a bunch of 6 and 7-year-olds here.
I feel like that you really can't do that in this day and age, although you know that we would have a blast hosting a 6-year-old party. Like, so much fun.
No, if you're
dancing, putt-putting, we're having a great time. We are drinking the most sugary drinks and eating amazing cake. We're having so much fun.
Yeah, if you're a single dude, the last thing you do, there's 3 places you don't go. Chuck E. Cheese, a Disney or Pixar movie on a Saturday morning, or a putt-putt golf course with a bunch of kids. You stay away from
You
that.
stick by me. I'll make sure you don't say any 4-letter words. Maybe I'm the one.
Realistically, I was going to say.
Realistically, you have to keep me from saying them.
Who reached their quota for the year in May.
Right.
All right. Blitz Therapy this morning. By the way, first of all, congratulations going out. We gave away Frankenstein Experience tickets because the song you were listening for by White Zombie played.
Thunderkiss.
And that goes to
Eric Castle from Columbus. By the way, these are VIP tickets. Get you the reserved VIP seating right in the center down there at Haunted Mountain, which is Sugarloaf and Chillicothe, and you get the free drink and mug and VIP entrance for tomahawk throwing. It's just an awesome package. So we'll have more tomorrow and Friday.
We got a lot of stuff, and right before we jump into Blitz Therapy, Friday morning at 8, we have a big Blitz exclusive Sonic Temple announcement.
Yes.
We're going to find out who's joining the growing lineup. Me, you, Kelly, all going to let people know who it's going to be. You can check us out at theblitz.com. Join Blitz Nation if you haven't already, and get your special Blitz code to get in on this. 8 a.m. Friday morning. We are going to mention the latest of an already stacked lineup so far. Metallica, Alice in Chains, Rob Zombie, Ice Nine Kills, I Prevail, Alice Cooper, Trivium, Killswitch, Seven Dust, All That Remains, Hollywood Undead, Testament, Chevelle, and Hoobastank. We're gonna find out a big one on Friday morning at 8. So make sure you keep it on your official Sonic Temple station, 99.7 The Blitz.
Came out of the bathroom yesterday. My wife said, "Hoobastank."
You were making a joke,
jerk. You read the letter today. I'm not reading it.
I feel like I'm talking too much. All right, Mark.
True story though.
Mark writes us, I hate to travel. It's not my thing. My wife loves it, so I am encouraging her to do so. She's going to Germany with her friend Brandy this month for 2 weeks. Perfect. She can go with someone, and I don't have to be the one who goes. But then she told me she was going to stay at her mom's in April and May for 2 whole months to explore that area of the country.
Oh.
I was kind of shocked by this. 2 months, my wife has the ability to work from home. I don't. It was a little blindsiding. But then again, I encouraged her, so it's on me, I think, right? This is from Mark in Canal, Winchester.
Ow.
Ow. When you strongly suggest something to your spouse and they take you up on it.
Right.
Yeah, but come on.
I'll tell you that if you are married to somebody who doesn't share a passion in this area, I'm not a traveler, and thank God my husband isn't either, because I would go for him, but I would be miserable, but I'd still do it. You'd still do it. You still, want your spouse to have a good life, right? You hate to travel. Your wife's going to Germany. She's having a good time. And then next year for 2 months, she's going to stay at her mom's and work from home and explore that area of the country. I would say, because it's within the country, could you join her for part of it? Could you take a week or 2 of your vacation time and join her for part of that? Like, it's always okay for us to do things we wouldn't normally like to do, but you do it for someone you love. I mean,
you can't even say that with a happy face.
You could join her. That's my suggestion. I absolutely join her for a part of that 2-month trip. But I'm saying you told her to go do what she wanted to do when it came to travel. She's taken 2 months at her mom's. It's not like she's staying at some dude's house.
That we know
She's going to
of.
stay at her mom's.
That you know of.
I'm with you on he could go spend a week out there with her and stuff, but I do believe we're way outside of the spirit of this with that. I think saying that he doesn't want to travel to Germany or he doesn't want to do a week over in this country or whatever, but he's okay with her doing that is fine. But for her to now go away for 2 months to just go explore, you need 2 months to explore this part of the country. That's not traveling to go on a vacation for a week.
Yeah.
With your sister or your friend or your mom or whoever.
That's two dudes going to Germany that he doesn't know about, that her and her friend are hanging out with, and those 2 dudes are in the part of the country that her mom lives in, so she had a convenient place to stay. It's like an Airbnb.
I don't know.
I agree with you. She is outside the bounds of the spirit of this agreement. You are absolutely 100% on the money with that take, Vic. I agree with you.
She may not be doing anything wrong. It may be absolutely legitimate, this 2 months to go see where her mom lives and check out the whole. But something's wrong here to me. If you're like, I'm going to get away from you for 2 months.
How about this? We could find out if something's wrong if Mark in Canal Winchester would say, hey, how about if I join you?
You go, Mark.
See what her reply
Drop
is.
that out there.
There it is. Are we all agreeing on this advice
we might
to Mark?
be. I don't know.
There's your
Lewis?
advice, Mark.
Yeah, we might be agreeing on that. I think so, because I think right now it sounds like mom lives down the street from Dexter St. Jock, and you don't...
Muscles McGee?
Absolutely. Thank you, Dominic. I appreciate it. Dominic offered to help me get the kids hopped up on Mountain Dew at the mini golf, so I appreciate that. But where Mark is concerned, man, I get the Germany thing. If you don't want to travel and your work doesn't necessarily allow it, she's going with a friend, but 2 months away, that might be a stretch. What do you think, Blitz Nation? Chime in and let us know. You can text us 99700 or 800-821-9970. Give us a call. We'll come back and get into Blitz Therapy after Beartooth on the Blitz.
We're also, Kelly and I are also getting flu shots from Kroger. Lewis is not.
I am not. You guys have fun.
This guy can't even eat for 24 hours because he needs blood work. You better not be getting anything injected into your body.
Even if it was okay.
I can't eat. I can't eat anymore. I just ate pancakes.
Yep.
Couldn't even get through the
you
omelet.
got a brick in your gut now, don't you?
Beartooth, the past is dead. It's the Morning Blitz. 849 Vic, Kelly, Lewis. Good morning. Sunny and 72 today. Not a bad day in central Ohio at all. Blitz Therapy, Mark from Canal Winchester. His wife loves to travel. He doesn't. She's going to Germany 2 weeks this month. And then she said in April and May, she's going to spend 2 whole months away from home and with her quote-unquote mom so she can explore that part of the country, that being Dexter St. Jock's loft that is conveniently located a quarter of a mile away from mom's house.
That is your take on it.
Okay, that last part I might have ad-libbed a little bit.
She says she's going to live with her mom for 2 months, explore that part of the country, and work from home during
Mom
it.
making sure she's coming home at night?
All right, Kathy did mention she will be working as well while she's there, so it's not like 100% free time vacationing. Because she's able to work remotely.
It does seem split. The women are more okay with her going for 2 months.
Well, sure, they're all okay getting away from their husbands for 2 months.
And all the dudes are like...
She's absolutely out there searching.
Bagging something else.
Now, for me, I would not want to be away from Charlie for that long. In fact, the last time I went away without Charlie, I went to visit my sister in Tennessee. I was gone for 4 days, and all I could think of, everything I was seeing, we were in Nashville having a great time, and all I kept thinking was, I wish Charlie was here. I was spending 2 months away from home. That doesn't sound fun to me at all.
What did Charlie say while you were gone?
Yeah. Well, he didn't pick up. No.
I don't know what it is. This is great. This is me and the dog.
Oh, man. My wife Heather just texted me and said, can I get the same arrangement as Mark's wife? What is that?
Matt said his wife would never leave me without adult supervision for 2 months.
Yeah, Jackie says, my boyfriend and I are a team. I can't imagine wanting to spend that much time apart.
Dr. Dennis says 2 months sounds like wiener searching.
Wiener searching.
Let's see.
Amber said, I don't see anything wrong with her going there for 2 months if she's visiting her mom. Moms don't live forever. Might as well take the opportunity to spend time with her.
Well, okay. All right.
Maybe she's in a different gang of hookers.
Oh, no. Jason said, am I the only one thinking it'd be a great 2 month vacation for me without the wife? Okay, well,
yeah.
Jason, see that to me, I mean, that's great, but I think you could have a problem if you feel that way.
Casey says, flip it around if you can imagine the wife saying, hey, you can go on a vacation, and the husband said, well, I'm leaving for 2 months. I don't know. People do like to sort of flip-flop it and see if the reaction would be the same. I'm assuming the reaction would be similar.
Why you got to go for 2 months? Well, I want to explore the countryside.
Jojo
Ashley's side.
Jojo said, free at last, thank God almighty. I'm free at last.
Yeah, see, y'all got problems in your marriage if you feel that way. Seriously. I know a lot of you are joking.
Mike Funk said, hi, honey, I'm back from vacation. Here's some herpes.
Oh, no. Yeah, Dave agrees. He thinks something's up.
It just seems kind of odd, especially if mom's not sick. Now, if mom's sick, that puts a different spin on things.
I don't know, man. It just seems weird. 2 weeks in Germany's long enough.
I do.
Right.
And then you're going to come back and turn around and go away for 2 months?
Look, I'm the furthest away from all of us from marriage, but I will say this. If your marriage is the point where one partner is cool with spending 2 months away from said other partner, perhaps the whole marriage thing might not be what you're needing to do.
I also suppose it's possible that maybe your marriage is just that strong. I suppose that's possible,
Time away, you appreciate the time together?
It doesn't seem like Mark, according to his letter, is suspicious. He just is bummed that she wants to leave for 2 months. Doesn't it seem like that? He said he was blindsided by the 2 month thing. But he's like, I encouraged it, so I guess it's on me. He doesn't sound like he's suspicious that she's going to be getting,
and I
action
will
outside
say,
the marriage.
I will say I have known a couple of couples that do spend a pretty good amount of time at different, like they have a home here, a vacation home over here, and so they'll be apart for long periods of time here and there, I guess, and they don't seem to have any problem with it, but...
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's a case-by-case basis.
Matt said, imagine the pile of dishes when she gets back.
That's why you go with paper plates. That way you can just throw them away. You don't have to worry about reusing paper plates, plastic silverware. You're good to go.
But I think we all agree, Mark, you should tell her and say, hey, I would like to come out for maybe a week each month.
Yeah,
just to see how she reacts to that.
It would be so good to see your mom, but you hate my mom. No. Time is limited. It would be so good to see her, so I'll come out and spend a week
But
or
if
so.
she gets upset that you now want to come and join her for any part of that 2 months, then there's a problem. Mm-hmm. If she gets upset by that. And you'll know it immediately. You'll know it by the facial expression she makes when you bring it up.
Agreed.
Ross said Rick could get them light up Skechers out if he had a 2 month break.
Jeez.
Oh, do they have little wheelies on the bottom?
Do they? You have the skate rollers?
I don't have. I've never.
Oh, you can skate around with your light up Skechers and your wheels and
Heelys. That's what they're called, right?
And blow and use your air blower, leaf blower on your plants.
Do they still sell Heelys?
They do. I'm sure they do.
They do. I'm looking at them.
I don't know
now.
if they come in Skechers.
They come in boys' sizes. What are you?
Are they
in a
from
boys'
Skechers?
Size? No, it's this,
Why don't
it's called Heely. It's
I don't
not
want them.
Sketcher.
I don't want them.
There's got to be Skechers with wheels out there. Someone can.
All right. Well, if you guys would like to send us a letter for Blitz Therapy, if you would like some unbiased response to anything you're thinking about, you can email that to thickrick@theblitz.com.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
Well, Biden administration is supporting U.S. dock workers on day 2 of a major union strike. The strike by the International Longshoremen's Association entered its second day today and is blocking everything from food to vehicle shipments at ports from Maine to Texas. Analysts estimate the strike could cost the U.S. economy roughly $5 billion a day. CNN and Reuters are launching digital paywalls, which I find very interesting. I do like to look at both of those sites as I'm reading, but at some point they are going to roll out a digital paywall. So I guess you get a few, sort of like they do the New York Times, you get like one free article for the month or something, and then they make you pay. It's going to be something similar to that. You'll get a small recurring fee for unlimited access to CNN. And for Reuters, I guess they're going to charge you $1 a week. So, I don't know. I don't like it, but what are you going to do? American picker star Frank Fritz is dead at the age of 60. His co-star Mike Wolfe announced on social media that the Iowa native passed away Monday night. His death comes 2 years after he was hospitalized for a stroke. American Pickers featured Wolf and Fritz traveling across the country in search of rare Americana artifacts and national treasures that they could buy from the collectors to add to their personal collections or sell in their antique shops. It was a really, really good show. Sad to hear about the death of Frank Fritz at the age of 60. And those are your three things.
Yeah, the death train just rolls on and on and on.
It's really sad.
Sad.
I'm not going to die of the flu. I'm going to tell you that. I just got the best flu shot. Oh, Sydney just gave me an amazing flu shot.
Your arm hurt?
Painless. Painless, baby.
It never hurts. It's amazing to me.
Yeah.
I didn't get mine yet, though. You didn't change the needles, right? Now, Dr. Lamberjack always gave it to me. This is the first time I've met Sydney, so I don't know.
No, trust me. I just had it done.
Oh,
it's like
Sydney,
smooth as silk.
Right.
She is smooth as silk.
I trust her.
Yeah.
I trust her.
Morning, y'all.
Hey, Dr. Lamberjack. How are you? From
Great.
Kroger, coming in, giving us our flu shots.
Yep. Glad to be back again this year. It's awesome.
Sorry you didn't go sleeveless today, knowing you were getting a flu shot. I thought you might want to pass out some tickets to the gun show.
Jeez. I'm saying that's in my head now. Is this like the best time to get the shot?
Yeah,
it's like October.
September, October is the best time. The CDC recommends by the end of October. That will give you full protection through the flu season in Ohio, which runs usually, late March and sometimes into early April, but usually by the end of March, it's out of the Central Ohio region.
And when people say I got a flu shot and they give me the flu, what is that?
That is a farce.
Yeah,
So,
right. Obviously, but what
yes.
is? Why do they feel that?
So the body's natural immune response, because you're putting a foreign object into it, the body starts producing antigens to fight that. So the flu vaccine is inactive particles of the flu virus. Your body is just reacting to build those antibodies so that if you do get exposed in the future to that flu virus, then your body has the mechanism to fight that off.
Okay, well that makes sense to me.
So sometimes, within 24 hours, some headache, maybe slight fever, body aches, feeling tired, but that just means it's working for you.
So can you give it to me while we're on the air, Sydney? Can you come over here, or do I need to come over there?
Yeah, she'll come over there for you, all right?
Now, what they do have, don't they have the, what's the mist thing? The flu mist?
Flu mist, that was off the market for a while. It did come back a couple years ago, so...
Why was it off the market?
Well, that's right. Rick's Farmer's tan blinded me.
I just want to make sure that everybody knows how painless this really is.
God,
So
if you make him cry, it will be so awesome.
no,
right now.
I want you, when you put it, I'm not going to look. And when you put it in, Sydney, I want you to then say it's in.
Okay, first I'm just going to clean it off, okay?
All right.
So to answer your question about the flu
Lewis, you're such a wimp. You act like such a tough guy. You're such a wimp.
Is this OnlyFans or is it the Blitz Morning Show?
I don't want to look. Just put it in and let me know when it's in.
It's in? I did not even feel it.
That's what she said.
That's not the first time.
Would you stop talking to my wife?
Not the first time that phrase has been uttered.
So we do not offer flu mist at Kroger Pharmacy.
I didn't know if it was for kids or if it's easier for kids.
It originally came out just for kids. It's only approved for, I think, up to age 49, I believe. The difference between that and the flu vaccine, the injection flu vaccine, is that the flu mist is actually a live virus. So people that are deathly afraid of needles, they could go that option through possibly a nurse practitioner clinic or their doctor's office if they offer it. But
it is a painless vaccine. I mean, it really is painless.
I mean, it amazes me. There's a needle. How far in is it? The
that was a 1-inch needle.
It's amazing that you don't have.
You think 1 inch is bigger, don't you? I'm asking.
We're 12. We're 12, Doctor.
No,
let's get to the questions. All right, let's keep this clean.
Please. You have incentives too, right? At Kroger,
Yes.
to get your flu shot at Kroger.
Yeah, so this year it's a little bit different than what we did in the past. It excludes people on government-funded plans such as Medicare or Medicaid, but come into Kroger, get your flu vaccine. It's $5 worth of free groceries.
Hey.
If you get another vaccine at the same time, that goes up to $20. So it is very safe to get more than one vaccine at a time. So right now we're doing a lot of patients that are getting their flu vaccine as well as their COVID vaccine. vaccine. That's perfectly fine to do those together.
You do like pneumonia, shingles, all kinds of stuff.
Adults
yeah.
age 60 and over, now's a good time. If you didn't get one before, it's a one-time dose. The RSV vaccine that got approved last year by the FDA, so that's another one that we offer. But we offer the whole gamut of vaccines that the CDC recommends.
Now, if I come into Kroger and get the vaccine, then I have to sit in a chair for a few minutes afterwards before I can leave, right? Or walk around the store.
Exactly.
But don't leave.
It's recommended to stay within the confines of the store for 15 minutes.
Right.
If somebody is going to have an allergic reaction or a reaction to it, it would occur within that time. Even if you've never had that reaction before, it can happen.
Right.
So we have, seen that happen in the past. Not very often, but it is a good safeguard to plan for anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. So if you make an appointment online, you come into the store, your time is already allotted. If you just walk in, we do take walk-ins as well. If you just walk in, you get put in the normal workflow. So that includes us filling our prescriptions as well as the vaccine. So your wait time might be a little bit longer. So we encourage the appointments, but we will, every Kroger pharmacy accepts walk-ins as well.
There you go.
Very good. Well,
That's
thank
awesome.
you. I'm good.
Doc, it's so good to see you again this year.
All right. Lewis in January, he'll be all sick, home, off work because he's sick.
Sydney, thank you for the great vaccine.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys
He
having
didn't
me
feel a
back
thing.
again this year.
I think she actually has a little lighter touch than you.
She probably does, so. That's why I brought her this year, because you cried last year, I think, so.
I'm now, you now. Oh,
Yeah,
look, see how you rub off on people, Lewis? This is you. This is your influence.
Thank you.